Really good. I'm excited to be back on the field. Excited to be with the group. Feel good. Feel great. Ready to get going.
Are there any reminders? I mean, any like feelings or tweets or twinges or anything like that?
Nothing. Like I said, I feel good. I don't think about it. I'm able to do everything. Obviously, we've talked with our sports science, with the trainers, with the doctors, in terms of like a program that's tailored for me and what's going to give me the best chance to help the group and be available for games and for training and all that sort of stuff. So, it's been really good.
So the target is season opener? You'll play season opener?
If the coach picks me, I'll be there. So obviously he picks the team, Gonzalo picks the team, but my goal is to be available for selection. Yeah.
So are you a full go right now? Like in training, are you going?
Again, they're
limiting.
They're of course monitoring like how much I do, but I mean I could do everything that everyone else has been doing. I don't know if that's because of coming off the injury or because of my age, but they're monitoring things. But I feel good, and like I said, I don't think about it. I don't worry about it.
What's your early outlook for this team? We talked last year. You've been here since day one, since year one.
Yeah.
And there's been some ebbs and flows, right? Last year, like this team was young. Where is this team today? What is the official outlook on here Friday? Like, what is that line United?
It's a good question. I'm sure there's obviously some faces to still come through the door and join a group. But everyone's eager. Everyone's hungry to right the wrongs of last year, and it's been a handful of days so far, but it's been an energetic, ambitious group, and so I think I'll hold off on saying, oh, this is what it is for the next 10 months or whatever. But the first couple of days, it's been good. It's always exciting the first couple of days of preseason because it's like the first day of school. You're eager to see everyone again and get back into the flow and get back to training, and that's what we're doing.
For you, are these days more exciting just because of this injury that you're coming off of? Does it kind of give you more appreciation or anything?
No, absolutely. I talk about it with the young guys all the time. Like, enjoy this, enjoy the journey, enjoy the good times, the bad times, the difficult times. It makes you appreciate what we're able to do day in and day out. And I think when you're a young kid anyway, you take that for granted. But obviously, I've been fortunate enough to do this now for quite some time, and you have a real appreciation for it. You appreciate the grind. You appreciate the freezing cold days, the hot scorching days in the summer. So all those little things that make up each and every one of our journeys throughout this career, and you appreciate the little moments. And so I'm like a kid on the first day every day, running out there, just messing around, having fun. Of course, when it's time to work, it's time to work, but you do it with a smile on your face.
Was there anything that you learned about yourself maybe during the recovery that, since you had so much downtime, maybe you want to be a coach? I don't know, like something about yourself during that time?
Yeah, I mean, I learned that I get frustrated very easily watching a game of soccer. There were times when, you're going from the suite down to the locker room and the rage is in you, and you're fuming and can't believe what you're watching. And there's other days when you're like, you want to be part of the group, and so just trying to find different ways to be a better leader, to be a guy that can be counted on even though I can't be out on the field. So having those moments, but everyone says with long-term injuries, right? Like, find something that's going to keep you busy, otherwise you're going to go crazy. And obviously, I'm fortunate enough to have 4 kids that keep me busy outside of this building. And so that part was nice, where I didn't have to go home and just think about my injury, and I wasn't just, oh, poor me, poor this, poor that, whatever it was. Okay, now I put my dad hat on, and they don't care that I'm recovering from an Achilles. It's, we want to do this, we want to do that, and so that part I think helped me massively. But at the same time, like I said, being a better teammate and how I can help the group from an outside standpoint.
What was most frustrating to you watching the team last year?
You're wild today. I mean, listen, it wasn't a good year, right? It wasn't a good year. The results weren't good. Performances weren't good. And when you don't have the control, when you don't have the ability to leave your mark on the game and help those guys, and the work that they're putting in the training ground, and then match days it's just not coming off, it's just not good enough, it's frustrating. And so yeah, just not being able to have that, I say control, but we never really have control, but you don't have a real say of how a match is going to play out. And so yeah, that part was, I learned a lot about myself during that side of it.
Carlos said that y'all had a conversation that he was going to bring in, I guess, some people to push to compete for the starting spot. Did you need that motivation?
No. Listen, the thing about social media, right, is everyone's got an opinion. The good, the bad, the ugly. It is what it is, and you see all the comments. Listen, it's no secret. I feel 21, but I'm not 21, and I don't need outside motivation. There's nobody that pushes me more than myself. There's nobody that is going to walk through that door and say, all of a sudden I'm going to say, "Oh, I better try today." That's not how I work. That's not how I go about my business. And so, obviously we needed more goalkeepers. I can't be the only one out there. And so I knew that was going to be the case. But, as with any goalkeeping group, it's about, coming together as guys that we're a team within a team. And so, that part's been good the last couple of days, but I didn't need anyone to come in through that door and push me any more than I'm already pushing myself.
What can you tell us about Quentin and Claymont as goalkeepers?
Yeah, I mean, listen, obviously Quentin, he's been around for quite a bit. He's played overseas, played in MLS, a very good goalkeeper in that sense. Claymont, obviously he had a run of games, when he was in Montreal, not so much as of late, but you can see his quality certainly in the first few days of training. So excited for the group that we got, and it should be good going forward.
I know you've only been around Tiago a few sessions now.
World champion, huh? World champion.
Yeah. Do you see a difference in him? Is there a more confidence? Is he more vocal? Any changes?
Well, yeah. I mean, listen. I think whenever you have somebody that comes off of, the first time of being somewhere, and now they understand what it's like to live in a foreign country, what it's like to play in this league, what it's like to be inside this building, this locker room. That's always going to give them more confidence coming back for part two, right? And then on top of that, you add the experience that he gained during the World Cup, and winning the World Cup and the celebrations and all that comes with that part of it. You certainly see a buzz about him, and whether it's in training or in the locker room, and so that part's exciting to see.
At what point during your recovery did they say you're good to go? What do they need to see from you? What moment where they were you can make it?
I don't know if they ever did anything like that. I think I cleared myself. There were numerous days where I walked in and decided, I'm good and I'm ready to do everything. But no, it was, there were days when we were training out here under the lights before the team even came in. There were days when I was training after the team training session. And so, we trained up until the middle of this December. Myself, Jack, Sean, Liam, obviously. And so, I owe a huge debt of gratitude to the support staff that helped me get to where I am now, and being able to be here in front of you guys, but be back on the field training as normal. And so there was certainly some boxes that we had to tick. Can we do this? Can we do that? how intense can we do that? You know, we're looking at numbers, looking at accelerations, things like this. And every time I ticked the box. And so it wasn't like, oh, we got to wait till January. It was like, yeah, he's done everything that we want him to do from a medical standpoint, and now it's just about training.
Are you playing for another contract?
I'm gonna play until someone tells me not to. So just keep going. That's definitely not on the forefront of my mind. I'm excited to be on the grass. I'm excited to be within the group, and so that stuff handles itself.
Brad, as Miles out there running around as well, did you guys have any conversations? You guys were both going through the same kind of recovery process?
Yeah, it was I say it was cool. Obviously, we don't want to be in that position again. But it was nice to have someone going through the same thing and just talking and bouncing. Hey, what do you feel in that moment, or do you feel good, or how you been feeling it, or whatever, right? Like, so just having those conversations with him. So it's exciting to see him back out there doing things. But again, I think we've got our own protocol and return to play sort of thing, our own programs going forward, and so I think we're both a bit eager to say, right, we're going to rip the shackles off and we're going to go for it, and just we're in, whether it's a 3-hour session, an hour session, whatever it is, we're all in. And so we're eager to be back out there running around like headless chickens, just excited to be on the grass, you know what I mean?
Brett, you've just unofficially